What's up guys, I'm Josh Mosiman and welcome to This Week in MXA, episode number 135, presented by O'Neill Racing. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. Washougal was a crazy one. MXA's Trevor Nelson was on hand covering the event. We got action from there, from the Alpinestars intro. We got some testing we did this past week and a lot of fun stuff coming up. Let's dive into it. Starting off with Haiden Deegan and the 250 class. Wow, Hayden became the first rider to go 1-1 in the 250 class this year. A perfect score on the day. Very surprising when I heard that stat that Hunter hadn't done it already, but he struggled in the first motos a couple times this year. And when he did win a first moto, that was at Redbud, but he crashed out of the second moto off the start. So Haiden Deegan gets that 1-1. Incredible to see. First moto, whole shot, pulled away, managed the lead. Hunter Lawrence came through the pack. It was impressive to watch his passes. A lot of riders complained about the track being hard to pass on, but from TV, it was a lot of fun to watch riders like Hunter Lawrence, Haiden Deegan, and Chase Sexton make passes, because a lot of the times they had to pass the riders around the outside, which takes so much commitment, so much skill, and it's just fun to watch. So Hunter Lawrence came through the pack, but Haiden Deegan was able to hold him off and grab the first moto win. Second moto comes around, Hayden doesn't get that good start. And remember, Hunter was catching him in the first moto, so you'd think if he might have a little more momentum, Hunter would on his side coming into moto 2. Haiden Deegan picked up the pace, was able to pass his teammates Levi Kitchen and later in the race Justin Cooper to get into the lead. Justin Cooper led 12 laps of the moto, but he said that he was having stomach issues, wasn't able to eat a lot during the day, and that's what caused him to get tired towards the end of the moto, where Haiden Deegan came on strong, scored the fastest lap time of the day in the 250 class in between moto 1 and moto 2. It was a 2:15.4 lap time, 2 full seconds faster than Hunter Lawrence was in moto 2. Hunter did have the second fastest time in moto 2, but a 2-second gap, that is very impressive. What's even more impressive is he laid down that lap 26 minutes into the moto. Towards the end of the race, Haiden Deegan had his fastest lap time. Comparing his lap to the 450 class, only 2 riders were within the same zip code as Hayden. It was Jett Lawrence in the first moto. He got a 2:15.4, just underneath Hayden, and Chase Sexton in the second 450 moto, he got a 2:15.6, right behind Haiden Deegan. But both of those guys, they had their faster lap times earlier in the race, laps 5 and 6. When Haiden Deegan did it, it's at the end of the moto. It's not very often you see riders drop their fastest lap time, especially a rookie 250 amateur rider, only 17 years old. They talked about it on the TV broadcast. This kid's got endurance, and it's definitely helping him grab these wins, and now he has 2 overall wins in his rookie season. He's only 5 points behind Hunter Lawrence in the championship, and he's got a lot of confidence over these next 3 weeks off, 2-weekend break, heading into Unadilla in the final 3 rounds. As for the rest of the class, there was a couple big crashes. Austin Forkner had that ugly crash off the start in the first moto. Very impressive to see him get up from that and continue on through the race. MXA's Trevor Nelson got some cool photos of him with his jersey completely torn up. You could see the sides all road rashed up, but Austin Forkner was very open, transparent, and honest in his Instagram post after the race, saying, hey, I just need to be better. I need better speed, fitness, and I need to have better starts so I don't put myself in that position. This is heartbreaking to see. He crashed that way and ended his season early at Anaheim 1 off the start, and then it happened again at Washougal. So luckily he was able to get up, and I was glad to see him back on the track. Tom Vial also crashed out. He crashed out early in the first 250 moto and he was banged up. He went to the Alpinestars mobile medical unit, and Tom talked about after the race that he was bummed he didn't get to race the second moto. He didn't get to finish out the day at Washougal, but he's relatively okay, and he's going to use these next couple weeks to heal up and be ready for Unadilla in 3 weeks time. The 450 class was another Jett Lawrence show. Still cool to see Dylan Ferrandis and Aaron Plessinger to get whole shots and lead laps, but Jett was able to pass them and gap them and win both motos by a healthy margin. Chase Sexton fought hard though. First moto he came through the pack, passed a couple guys, and was able to stick with them, but not close enough. Second moto, he's a little bit closer, ended up tipping over, stalling the bike in the S section, the corkscrew, after the drop off at Washougal. Bummer deal. We had a battle brewing, at least it looked like it from outside looking in, but unfortunately the battle continues. Jett Lawrence, it's impressive. I say unfortunately because we want to see battles, we want to see more excitement at the front, and Chase Sexton is doing that. He is making it very interesting in this 450 class. However, Jett Lawrence, he's got a hold on the 450 ranks. weeks, and he's continuing his perfect streak now, 16-0, and he's got 3 more races to go. He could wrap up the championship now. That's the big topic coming into Unadilla, and that's what a lot of people are going to be talking about over the next 3 weeks. We have 2 weekends off. For Loretta Lynn's is going to be not this week, but next week. Loretta Lynn's is also promoted by the same guys who do Pro Motocross, MX Sports. They'll be there. Gives us outdoor riders a few weeks off before Unadilla, Budds Creek, and Ironman. But the big news, Jett Lawrence could clinch the championship as early as Unadilla. Jett Lawrence has a perfect score of 400 points. Now that's 95 points ahead of Dylan Ferrandis, who is second in the championship currently. If Jett Lawrence goes 1-1, like he's been doing at the Unadilla National in 3 weeks' time, he will automatically win the Pro Motocross Championship in the 450 class in his rookie season with 2 races left to go in the championship. Very, very impressive. Yes, it's only an 11-round series this year. That's new for 2023, and with 2 races left to go, there wouldn't be enough points on the table for Dylan Ferrandis or any other 450 rider to make up. So the only way that Jett Lawrence doesn't win at Unadilla is if Dylan Ferrandis is able to keep him from earning 5 or more points than Dylan does. If Dylan goes 1-1, obviously that would keep Jett from beating him. If Jett Lawrence has some sort of issues and isn't able to get a perfect 100-point gap on Ferrandis after Unadilla, then the championship will roll on to Budds Creek, where he will still be able to clinch the championship 1 race early. Long story short, there hasn't been too much talk about it lately, but Jett Lawrence, yes, he has the chance, a very good chance, of winning the 450 championship at Unadilla. Number 1 plates will be ready. Lots of t-shirts will be ready. New donut-inspired clothing will be ready. It's going to be a big deal, and it's going to be fun to watch at Unadilla in 3 weeks' time. We also got to give a shout out to the 2-stroke riders in the 450 class this weekend at Washougal, going for the big money put up by Moto Memes, Motorsport, and by Jets and Donuts. $15,000 went to Carson Brown after he went 18-21 in the 450 class on his YZ 252 stroke. Big thumbs up to Carson Brown. He did awesome and scored points on that YZ 250. Anthony Rodriguez, though, very surprising. He raced the World Supercross Series for MDK KTM. He raced Supercross on the West Coast for the Moto Concepts Honda team. He bought a KTM 252 stroke and he went 21-20. So he actually beat Carson Brown in the second moto, but wasn't good enough to get the overall. He earned $3,000 from Washougal, and Hamish Harwood, a New Zealander, came over on a KTM 252 stroke, and he finished 3rd best 252 stroke rider in the 450 class. He went 24-22 in the motos, and he earned $2,000 courtesy of Washougal. Fun to watch, and hopefully we see more 2-stroke stuff like this happening in the future. In other news, Pasha is putting on a 125 Open coming up August 19th at Glen Helen. So it's the same day as the National, so National riders probably won't be able to make it, but West Coast 2-stroke riders, be sure to come out. Glen Helen, it's Saturday MX at the Glen race on the main track August 19th, and Pasha is putting up big money for the 125 Open class, which is pro, available for all ages, and it's up to 150 cc's. He's also got a 250 Open class for the first time. So Pasha's always put his money into the 125 and 150 classes. This time he's opening it up. He's having an open class, 250, 300, 500, whatever you want to bring. And he's also doing a 45 plus class. So he dropped the 50 down to 45 plus for this one race. And he's giving away $1,000 for the winner, 600 for second, and 400 for third. Come check it out, Glen Helen. Pasha Racing, thanks for putting it on. I'm excited, and I'm definitely gonna be there racing myself. We also did some testing this past week. MXA's Josh Fout is doing some FE450 enduro bike testing. Let's hear from him now. All right, FE450 enduro bike. We've been having some fun on this thing. Your dad raced it this weekend. He rode good on it. And it's an enduro bike, but it's got a tail light and it's got a headlight. Oh, we took the headlight off, but it comes with the headlight. 6-speed transmission, but it's not a dual sport bike. It's more for enduro, trail riding, off-road riding. So what did you do to it today? Because we got some different forks on here.
Yeah, so we went with the 6500 Explorer kit, the Explorer Pro track shock, and yeah, we did some testing with WP and try to get a bike that's more doable for everything.
Nice.
We want to ride a little motocross, a little SRA, a little trail riding. And
you're kind of our everything guy. You just did 200-mile dual sport ride race the other day.
Yeah.
And dude, that shock looks pretty factory.
It's factory.
And then you got the drop-in kit and the forks, right?
Yeah.
6500. All right, how was it?
So it was good. It was a little too soft in the beginning of the day, but it came around. It took all day, unfortunately, because the loop for off-road is really long. But we got a good setting, and we'll be racing it.
Really? All right, I like it. Heritage Edition, yellow and blue. Good stuff. We also did an interview with Eli Tomac up at Washougal this past weekend. Check it out on our YouTube channel or on our website. Got to talk to Eli about how his healing has been going and also about what he thinks of watching Jett Lawrence win every moto so far in the 450 class. It's cool to hear from the champ. Check it out now on our YouTube channel and website. Also, we sent Trevor Nelson to the Alpinestars intro for their 2024 gear, and he got to talk to some of the guys up there about the new lineup. Check it out from Washougal on Sunday after the race.
All right, welcome to Washougal for Alpinestars MX24 gear collection. We're out here with all of our media partners, all of our athletes, Eli Tomac, the Lawrence brothers, Chase Sexton, Jason Anderson, and the biggest thing is talking about the MX24 range. For the range, it all can be described as refinement through racing, material research, and ergonomic fit development. And we're out here together just riding out on the track and enjoying this new collection. All right, so here we have our Super Tech. It's our professional race grade line that has the most pre-curvature and athletic fit and cut. So the biggest thing you'll notice is our stretch net, allowing it to flow as much as possible, but still having the durability built into it. Additionally, we do have the cut going around the elbow, so in the attack position, there's no bunching or binding. Moving further down the pant, we do have our industry exclusive Fidlock SX1 buckle system. It's an auto mechanical locking system, super easy, super simple, and stays nice and tight. Moving further down the pant, it's going to be a full four-way stretch, really allowing the rider to move as much as possible and for the gear to move with them. And then you look on the interior, still having that goat reinforced inner knee, and furthermore, even more stretch net going all the way down the bottom of the pant, really allowing a ton of airflow throughout the pant with having great fit and flexibility built in. All right, then we have our Techstar line, which is our premium do-it-all. It's a perfect blend of having more durability built into it than the Super Tech, so it's a perfect advantage of having a motocross and a single track off-road riding kit. It still has a nice athletic pre-curved and fit to it, having the technological advancements in the materials. We do, moving down the pant, we do have a version, it's our SX2 style buckle system, so it's still that auto locking magnetic system. And then moving further down, it is a full four-way stretch main chassis, being a little bit more durable. And then we're able to add more laser perforations, including our iconic gusseted knee structure, having as much airflow up the pant as possible, still including that goat leather knee reinforcement. And just like the Super Tech gear, it has that full stretch net all the way up the back of the pant. Next, we have our Racer collection, which is our optimal value. It really bridges the gap between performance and value, and as well as our best-selling kit in the line. So with the Racer collection, it truly has a more relaxed sport cut to really fit all different body shapes and sizes. The best thing about the Racer collection is the Velcro reinforcements or adjustments on the side of the pant, really allowing you to fine-tune the fitment of the pant. The main chassis is going to be a ripstop, but having a huge four-way stretch paneling all the way through the crotch of the pant and circling down to the back. Just like the Super Tech and Techstar, it still has your stretch net all the way down the back of the pant to allow as much flow as possible and to keep that great fitment. And then finally, we have our Fluid collection. It's the first step into Alpinestars line, and it has the most relaxed fit out of all the different models. With the Fluid line, it does still have your nice breathable, moisture-wicking jersey, still keeping a lot of heat features from the rest of the line, having the ratchet closure, more elastic built into the waistband, still a nice large stretch paneling throughout the crotch, and then down the back of the pant, we still have a four-way stretch material. This is the perfect kit for all your recreational riders. And here we have our Stella Fluid with a great new additional color to it. It has the same technical features as our man fluid collection. And then for the first time ever, we're introducing a premium Techstar line to our Stella collection. So having all the great features and fitment of our man Techstar into a female fit and cut.
All right, thank you guys for watching This Week in MXA 135, presented by O'Neill Racing. I got a busy couple weeks coming up. We're going to Italy this week to ride 2024 gas bikes. Panic Rev Camp next week at Lake Elsinore, where I'll be training guys Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and having fun at the camp. Then we're going to Austria the week after that to test new KTM motorcycles and ride an Austrian national race over there, and then tour the KTM factory. Lots of stuff coming up, so stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell button to get notified when we release new videos. motocrossactionmag.com, at motocrossactionmag on Instagram. We'll be posting a lot from these next few weeks. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.